Coming out of the weekend, the big news story was the negotiations between the United States and Iran taking place in Pakistan. I am joined now by Ethan Robson of agmarket.net for our daily market summary. And Ethan, how did that reflect in the ag marketplace today? What did it look like in the trade in the grains?
Yeah, mixed to lower in the grain session today. Corn was up in the green most of the session and then gave it back within the last hour and a half. May corn unchanged at 441 even. New crop corn down a penny, 471 and a quarter. Soybean market took it on the chin today, a little bit of a weaker tone there. May soybeans down about 15 cents, 11.60 and three quarters. New crop soybeans down about 10, 11.48. Wheat market up about 9 to 10 cents today on some U.S. weather issues with the SRW wheat crop.
And as you mentioned with the soybeans, was that mostly tied into the oil price and how that can affect the soybean complex in the ag marketplace?
That's definitely a part of it too. And then I think one thing is with the U.S. blocking the Strait of Hormuz with Iran, China purchases a lot of their oil from Iran too. So maybe that could be a part of it as well. U.S.-China relations seem stable, if you can call it that right now, but obviously markets taking a step back, seeing if U.S. or if China does get upset that the U.S. is doing this, maybe they don't purchase as much soybeans as they said, or maybe that meeting's in jeopardy. So far, nothing's confirmed, but definitely think that could have a tone on the markets going forward.
So the Tuesday was, or I should say, the WASDE report from last week was pretty much neutral for the most part. We seem to move on from that pretty quickly. So now does it all circle back to watching what happens with the oil price and the situation in the Middle East, and then just following along with the weather as well?
It does. Yep. Middle East tensions continue to be the main storyline. And then U.S. farmers starting to get planted across the I-states and the lower part of the Midwest. Have the USDA is going to release the first soybean planting progress report today. Had corns last week, going to have that again. Plantings starting to get taking place across most of the Midwest. Something the trade's going to be paying close attention to as the week goes on, seeing if there's any weather concerns with the U.S. corn and soybeans right now.
What was the trade like for the livestock side of the markets today?
Yeah, cattle side, mixed bag there, awfully quiet there. Live cattle down $1 in the April back half, up there. Feeder cattle up about 47.5 in the May, 372.82.5. Up $1 in the deferreds there. Pretty quiet. Seems like it was kind of following the stock market. Stock market's now in the green. Gave back, was in the red early in the session, but seeing crude oil come back down to the open and stock markets turning it around had an impact as well.
So with the cattle side right now, it has been pretty quiet in the way of new news. Is it mostly the tie-in to the stock market, you think, and just watching the overall markets and how they affect the cattle marketplace right now?
It definitely is. And then just overall money flow as well. Seeing money flow come into the ag sectors, including the cattle sector. Prices continue to be record high there. Seeing some money flow possibly coming out of the corn soybean sector. Commitment of traders report Friday showed management getting out some of their corn and soybeans, maybe possibly coming into the cattle sector as a spec trade. There's something to keep an eye on.
What's the best way for our viewers to get in touch for more marketing information?
Yeah, visit us online at agmarket.net. Give us a call here in Bloomington Normal, 1-800-779-1515.
Ethan Robson, agmarket.net, my guest here today. Thanks so much for the time. Always appreciate it, and have a great start to your week.
You too. Thank you.